Hey everyone, welcome back to the Programming Professor's channel, where we cover the key concepts of solid software engineering. Today, we're talking about crafting effective unit tests, a skill that can make or break your projects. We'll walk through how testing has evolved, key principles to follow, and practical tips to make your tests shine. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned coder, this is all about building better code through smarter testing. Let's get started. Crafting effective unit tests in software engineering. Based on unit tests from Clean Code by Robert C. Martin. Today's video follows a roadmap of several topics related to unit testing in software engineering. We kick off with the evolution of unit testing, how it went from a chaotic afterthought to a disciplined craft. Then, we'll explore the 3 laws of test-driven development, a game changer for writing code with confidence. Next, we'll tackle keeping tests clean with a cautionary tale you won't forget. After that, we'll see how tests enable the abilities, those qualities like flexibility and maintainability that keep software alive. We'll dig into writing clean tests, comparing a messy before and a sleek after. Then, we'll cover domain-specific testing languages, your secret weapon for readability. A dual standard comes next, showing how test code differs from production. We'll wrap up with one assert per test, single concept per test, the first principles, and a summary to tie it all together. Unit testing has come a long way since the dark ages of 1997, when tests were just throwaway scraps of code we'd hack together to check if stuff worked. Picture this. Back in the 90s, Uncle Bob tested a C++ timer by typing a melody on the keyboard and waiting 5 seconds to hear it echo. Crude, right? The problem was, these ad hoc tests had no staying power. Once they ran, they were tossed out, leaving no trace of assurance. Fast forward to today, and we've got automated test suites, test-driven development, and agile methods revolutionizing the game. The goal now: comprehensive, reusable tests that cover every inch of our code, night and day from where we started. Now, let's talk about the 3 laws of test-driven development, TDD for short. These are the golden rules that keep your coding tight. First law: you can't write a single line of production code until you've got a failing unit test staring you down. Second law: only write enough test code to make it fail. Even a compilation error counts. Third law: write just enough production code to pass that failing test, no more, no less. The result? You're locked into a snappy 30-second cycle, where tests lead the charge and code follows close behind. Stick to this and you'll churn out hundreds of tests a month, blanketing your production code with coverage. Pretty slick, huh? Here's a cautionary tale about keeping tests clean, because if you don't, things get ugly fast. Imagine a team that let their tests go quick and dirty. Sloppy names, tangled logic, a total mess. As their production code evolved, those neglected tests became a nightmare to maintain, dragging down development speed and jacking up defects. They turned into a liability, so bad the team eventually ditched them, leaving behind buggy, rigid code that no one dared touch. The lesson: clean tests aren't optional. They're as vital as clean production code, or you're toast. Tests aren't just about catching bugs. They're the secret sauce behind the abilities, flexibility, maintainability, reusability. Clean tests wipe out the fear of changing code, letting you refactor boldly and tweak designs anytime without sweating bullets over hidden bugs. Without them, every edit's a gamble that could tank your system. With them, you've got the guts to keep things fresh. High test coverage means confidence. Your code stays adaptable no matter what. But let those tests get dirty, and you lose them, along with all that quality they protect. Time to get hands-on with writing clean tests, starting with a messy example from F.I.R.S.T that's a real eyesore. This before version is packed with duplicate calls, cluttered setup, and way too much noise. Think of it as a code jungle where the intent's buried deep. It's checking if a page hierarchy outputs as XML, but good luck spotting that through all the cruft. Clean tests prioritize readability, clarity, simplicity, expressiveness, and this one's a prime candidate for a makeover. Here's the after version, same fitness test, now refactored into something you can actually read. Using a testing API, it's concise, clear, and follows the build-operate-check pattern. Build the pages, operate with a request, check the XML output. No more wading through setup sludge. The intent jumps out like a well-told story. Less noise, more focus. That's how you craft tests that don't just work but communicate. Enter the domain-specific testing language, your ticket to tests that feel custom-made. Instead of wrestling with raw system APIs, you build a specialized set of tools, like make pages, submit request, assert responses XML, that fit your testing needs. These evolve from refactoring messy code over time, making tests a breeze to write and a joy to read. Think of it as your own testing dialect, boosting clarity for anyone who digs into your work later, future you included. Now let's talk about a dual standard. Test code isn't production code, and that's okay. Both need to be simple, succinct, and expressive, but tests can chill on efficiency since they run in a test environment, not the real deal. Production might demand a string buffer for speed. Tests can skip that fuss and keep it basic. The catch: cleanliness isn't negotiable, skimp on that, and you're sunk no matter the context. One assert per test is a guideline worth chewing on. It's all about keeping things crystal clear. Take this split XML test. One checks if the output's XML, the other confirms the content's right, each with a single assert. Sure, it means more code, but the trade-off is razor-sharp focus. You know exactly what each test's proving. It's like giving each question its own spotlight. Less clutter, more precision. Single concept per test takes it further. Stick to one idea per function, no mixing and matching. This bad example crams month-end date rules into one test. Day, month, year, all jumbled together. It's a mess that muddies what's being tested. Better to split it into separate tests, each tackling one rule. That way, you're not juggling concepts. You're nailing them one by one, clean and simple. The first principles are your checklist for killer tests: fast, independent, repeatable, self-validating, timely. Fast means they run quick, so you use them often. Independent, no test leans on another, run any order you like. Repeatable, they work anywhere, no excuses. Self-validating, just pass or fail, no digging through logs. Timely, write them right before the code they test. Follow these, and your tests stay sharp and effective. Wrapping up, unit testing's journey from throwaway scribbles to a disciplined practice is wild. Thanks to TDD's 3 laws, we've got a tight, productive cycle. Clean tests are non-negotiable. Let them rot, and your code follows. They unlock fearless refactoring and keep designs maintainable, powering those ilities we love. Write them readable and focused, leaning on first principles, and you've got a recipe for software that thrives. Keep those tests clean, your code's counting on it. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if there are other topics you would like me to talk about. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more content on software engineering and technology. See you next time.